All right, we're back. Sorry for not recording. I've had a lot on my plate over the last few days. I think it's like 9 at this point. I haven't checked. But we're going to do the shooting guard rankings now and get through all the positions as fast as I possibly can. So today, we're going with shooting guard. Before we start this... Can I get them? Okay, we got all of them. Before I start this list, I'm just going to go through and just go over the people who I don't think are going to be playing shooting guard next season for one reason or another. So I'm going to start with Devin Booker. I think he's I think I have him in my point guard rankings as of the time of recording or last video because Phoenix didn't have a point guard. So I'm going to let Devin have that, and it's going to be a Jalen Green spot. I do need to know if there's anybody else I'm looking at. Pelicans. What about them? They have Dejounte Murray. All right. I don't know if I'll put Jordan Poole in this ranking, but I don't know if I have him. Norman Powell, he will go in this small forward ranking because he's going to play small forward for the Miami Heat. I also had to add a lot of guys just because I didn't know if they were going to be the starting shooting guard for their respective teams. So this is just based off Real GM, what their depth chart is, and we're going to go from there. So I should probably put this guy back, Cam Thomas. All right. First, let's go with Andrew Nembhard. Now, I think he is, this is, what are we talking? Are we talking regular season Nembhard or postseason Nembhard? Postseason Nembhard is an all-star. Regular season Nembhard is the starter. And I'm going to put him at starter, but the top end, because I don't really know where the fuck to put him. He's a really great player, and I hope he takes that next step with Tyrese Haliburton. Unfortunately, tearing his Achilles. Maybe he's the point guard, but I'm gonna throw him in there because I don't know if T.J. McConnell's gonna start. To be honest, I might have put him in my point guard rankings. I've completely forgotten it, but I'm gonna throw him in here just in case. So he's a shooting guard, and so at this point, I think he might play point guard next season. Who knows? I think T.J. McConnell might start, but for now, I'll give him a starter. Next, I'm going to go with Anthony Edwards. I'm going straight into the MVP tier. He has MVP upside. He might be a point guard in the near future. I think his playmaking has taken incredible steps over the course of the last few years. He really was the only guy who could do anything against OKC, and even then he was still struggling. If he was on OKC, I mean, my God, that would be incredible. But I think he has MVP upside. I know he's not like MVP caliber right now, but I think we're going to see a real big jump from him next season or in the next few years of him being in the MVP conversation. I mean, this dude has everything to be the face of the league, really, with Wemby and Luka and Cooper and AJ and Darren, and if Cameron Boozer ends up panning out, because I need to watch tape on him. But yeah, I mean, I think he's the best shooting guard in the NBA. I don't think there needs to be enough said. Next, we're going to go with Austin Reeves. I'm going to throw him into... you know what? I'm also going to throw him in the starter. He's not at that all-star level yet. He's just not there yet. And I'm not going to put him there unless he ends up being an all-star. So, for now, I'm just going to throw him in starter and just see what happens. Next, Bilal Coulibaly. He's also a starter at this point. However, he's going to be an all-star one day. I don't think he's going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put him in the small forward ranking video because I don't like how DC does their lineups. Because I think CJ is going to start. So, but if he was on this list, I would put him based on upside all-star, but I would put him in starter. Next, Brandon Podziemski. As a Warriors fan, he is a starter. Solid player. He's talked a lot about how he wanted to be a really great player next season and I think he's like all-star, all-NBA. But I don't know if he's going to get there. Right now, he's just a starter to me. He's just a good fifth starter on a championship team. We're going to see with his development how he goes. I hope for the best for him, because as a Warriors fan, we need something right now, man. I hope also Jonathan Kuminga comes back and they decide to add some wrinkle into the offense because they have a talent. Because Kuminga is talented, but that's off track. But back to the video. Podziemski, just a starter. Next, Brandon Miller. I think he's all-star level talent. I don't know if all NBA is the right way, not right way, but like right description for him. for his ceiling just yet, but he's an all-star talent. Actually, you know what? If I'm gonna throw him an all-star, I'm gonna throw you two an all-star as well. I think they're all in the same tier together, and I think Braden Podziemski is a tier below them. So yeah, Brandon Miller, great talent. I hope he continues to progress in Charlotte with LaMelo and whoever else is gonna be part of that core. Khan, Liam McNeely. I mean, who the hell knows what their core is gonna be? They're probably gonna end up with the top 7 pick next year, so who knows. Christian Braun, he's a starter on a championship team. I don't know where his ceiling is. I don't think I think he has really high upside, starting 5 upside. He doesn't have any self playmaking ability or self creation ability at this point of his career. It's really just been the Jokic and Murray show for so long. We'll see how him, Cameron Johnson, Valanciunas, and all their additions fit into the team. But for now, he's a starter. Next, CJ McCollum. I think he's lost a step. I mean, if I look him up, how much did he average? So he averaged 21, 4, and 4 on a bad Pelicans team. I feel he's in this tier, I think. So I'm gonna give him all-star. I probably should have created a tier of just the middling guys, and I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create a tier of all-star because what would I call this? Near star. I think that's fine. And then I'm gonna throw you, and then I'll keep Nembhard here. But I'm gonna throw CJ McCollum into the near star category, which is gonna be the in between all star and starter. Because with McCollum, obviously he's 33. I think he's like an old ass at this point. He's on a decline at this point, but he can still score. I'll give him that. So I think he's still on Austin Reeves level, and I'm going to give him the year star. Next, Cam Thomas. Now this is interesting. Obviously he gets buckets. I have a lot of things to. I need to go back and look at the early footage of Nets basketball before Cam Thomas got injured and see where to put him. He's near star minimum. He's not. I don't know if he's all-star, but I'm gonna, due to his scoring ability, we'll see with the passing. But I'll put him at near star. I mean, the dude's a fucking bucket getter. That's why I'm gonna put him high. I think he's above. I think he can be above Podziemski and Brown just based off scoring ability alone. So I'm gonna give him that and just see what the hell happens. I may be overranking him, but he's just a phenomenal scorer, and I'm not gonna take that away from him. Okay, next I'm gonna put Kobe White. Kobe White's a good, solid basketball player. Kenny Beecham favorite. We all know it at this point. I think he's just a really solid all-around starter. He'll be in the league for a long time. Goddamn, but he's just a solid starter. We'll see where his career goes, but he's a really good basketball player. Next for Derek White, he's the top. He's in the all-star tier. He was a part of a Celtics super team. I think if he has a good offensive year, he might have a sneaky all-star selection. Again, he might be like how many all-star teams does he have? He's got to have at least one. If he's never made an all-star team, that's shocking. He's never made an all-star team. I think if he pops off offensively this year, this is his all-star year. So we'll see about how he goes. I know I also have. I think I classify Anthony Simons. I might have. You know what? I'll throw Anthony Simons in this list too. I think that's fair. I'm gonna throw Anthony Simons on this list, but I'm gonna throw both of them on this list because I think I did. I don't know if I put Anthony Simons in the shooting guard role. I don't know if I did that. I'm completely forgetting. So I'm just gonna throw both of them in here and then just let Brad Stevens figure it out and Joe Mazzulla figure it out. I think they'll figure it out with whoever stars where, or if Anthony Simons is even on the team. We'll see. But I'll throw Anthony Simons in, and then we'll just leave Derek White an all-star. We'll see what the hell happens. He's a good basketball player. We all know this already. There's a reason why he was on the Olympic team. Although you could argue Cooper Flag should have been ahead of him. He's an all-star. Next, Desmond Bane, all-star. There's a reason why the Orlando Magic traded 4 first-round picks for him to try to contend in the East. I think the Magic are going to be a really good team next year. If you looked at their depth chart, obviously they have their starting 5 of Suggs, Bane, Wagner, Banchero, and Carter. They need a better three-point shooter. They got that at Bane. They also got Tyus Jones, which is a nice sneaky pickup. They might need another backup center if Mo Wagner takes a while to get injured. get recovered. Excuse me. Let's see about getting another backup forward and two backup forwards. Jace Richardson, we'll see how he goes. Anthony Black's gonna play. It's a really intriguing team. So I hope all for the best for Desmond Bane. Next, Donovan Mitchell. He's all NBA. Not much to say. I don't think he'll ever be an MVP. I think he can be an MVP, but it's just the fact that there's Jokic, Giannis, Ant, SGA, Cooper, Wemby. Like, it's going to be super difficult for him to get there. Like, he's an all-NBA player. There's no doubt about it. But there's just not much I can say other than, yeah, he's just at this point of his career. He's an all-NBA player. I don't know if he'll ever be an MVP. Maybe if he has a pop-off year, he does, and I hope he does. But right now, he's just an all-NBA player. Next, Dyson Daniels. He's their near star. He really broke out this year as just a really good a really good partner in the backcourt with Trae Young. And I think he might be an all-star one day just based on his defense alone. I mean, he's a freak defensively. So he might be here one day, but for now, he's in this tier. Next, Gary Trent Jr. If this is playoff form, it's all NBA. No, I'm joking. But he had a really good breakout in the playoffs, and he's back on the Bucks. So I'm gonna give him starter and see what the hell happens. Maybe he becomes an all-star, and they don't regret the fact that they did the buyout for Damian Lillard, which I fucking hate. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, he's a good starter. I think there's nothing else to say. Next, Grady Dick. He is the top. He's in this tier, but I think he's near star. I think, yeah, I'll put him in near star. Great bounce back for year two. It can be a really good piece on this Raptors team. I think he's starting, right? Yeah, he's starting with Ingram, Podol, Barry quickly. He might emerge as a top scorer. We'll see. I'm going to give him the same rating as Dyson Daniel because I think they both had really impressive seasons. And this is partly potential, but also based on skill at this point. So I'm going to give him both near star and see what the hell happens. Next, Jaden Ivey. I'm also putting him in near star. He's not at that level, but we'll see how he recovers from his injury. But I feel like he's just in the same tier as everybody else. He was a part of a Pistons team. He should have. I honestly wish we could have seen him in the playoffs and see what he could have done. But he got injured. Did really good in his time. I think he averaged 18, 4, and 4. Yeah, 18, 4, and 4. He and Kate are going to be fun to watch for years to come. Hopefully he recovers from his injury just fine and is able to play at an all-star level with Wemby. And that would be Kate on him. Next, Jalen Green. Now, I'm going to put him at starter. I think I'm going to put him at starter. If I'm going to put him at starter, I'm going to put Cam Thomas at starter too. And I think Jalen Green can be an all-star one day. It's actually remarkable how similar his stats are to Devin Booker in his first 4 years in terms of like shot percentages, advanced stats, everything. That's one thing I found interesting. But he's got a long way to go, and I think he'll be a good NBA player for a long time. But I really don't know what to make of him at this moment. Maybe with him being with Devin Booker unlocks his potential, and the Suns just basically got a superstar. Who the hell knows? But I hope that he reaches potential of all these guys who are coming into the league and are still young. But right now, I think he's a starter. He's a good starter at that. But we'll just see, man. I mean, I hope he just does well in his reset in Phoenix. I hope he does that. Next, Josh Hart. Now, I thought Mikal Bridges would have been the two, but I guess Josh Hart is shorter, so he's here. He's a good starter. I think we all know who he is at this point. He's an elite energizer. Anytime the Knicks are down, they can always rely on him to create a spark. He actually averaged 10 rebounds last season, which I was surprised. I did not. He's 6'5". He's like 6'5" or 6'4", but he averaged 10 rebounds, which is actually pretty damn impressive. I guess he makes up for the lack of Cat not doing much. Yeah, he averaged 14, 10, and 6. Oh my God, go off, Josh Hart. But yeah, he's a solid starter at this point. He's not anywhere near this, but he's a good basketball player, and I think we all know that he's going to be a part of those Knicks playoff teams for a long time. So he deserves it. Next, KCP. Now, I did not think KCP should be a starter in 2025. He is a bench player. Did not shoot well last season. Hopefully, he bounces back for his sake. But I've got to put him in bench, and I think with Cedric Howard, who's going to be on this list later, he will elevate him. Go ahead of him. Next, I'm gonna go Kelly Oubre Jr. and I'm gonna go starter. I think he's on the same tier as Gary Trent Jr. I don't know what the fuck that noise. Maybe it was my chair, but excuse me. But with Kelly Oubre Jr., he's an energizer off the bench, energizer scorer off the bench, scorer. Excuse me. He averaged 15, 6, and 2. He's just a scorer off the bench. Can provide you good minutes. I'm just gonna throw him here, just because. We'll see what happens as time goes on. You know what? I mean, I'll throw him in here because you can throw him like in any lineup. Let's be honest. Next is Keontae George. Now it says he's the point guard here, and I put Walter Clayton here. I think I put him and Isaiah Collier, but I'm gonna rank him shooting guard anyway. Ooh. Hold on. Let me look at the Utah Jazz depth chart. Let me go to the Utah Jazz depth chart. And I know I got weird scene 3. I apologize. Utah Jazz depth chart. What is he listed as a shooting guard or is he listed as a point guard? I'm asking this. Or is he coming off the bench? They have him behind Collier? Oh, damn. He's a point. They technically list him as a point guard. So I'll rank Walter Clayton Jr., which I already have on this list. I'll throw him at not a shooting guard. But yeah, that's just what he is at this. He's a point guard, I guess. So, if I didn't rank him, if I didn't rank him in the point guard rankings, which I forgot, he's a starter who could get to the near start, but right now he's just a starter. Next, Klay Thompson Jr. He's a starter at this point of his career. As a Warriors fan, shout out to him. I did not. I could talk about Megan Thee Stallion all day with him. Now that it's his girlfriend. Wish for him nothing but the best. But at this point of his career, he's not where he used to be. He's a starter. Next, Lou Dort. Ooh. Defensive freak. Not really self-creating, but can shoot the 3 ball. You know what? I'll give him the near star because he did just win a ring, and I'm not going to disrespect him at all. So you know what? I'll give him that. And then Shadon Sharpe. I mean, I think he's been progressing really well. Yeah, he and Jrue Holiday. Yeah, you know what? I'll give Shadon Sharpe near star potential just because I think he can get there eventually. So I'm gonna give him that like all-star potential. So I am gonna give him near star. He's on the same. I think he's on the same level as Grady Dick and Dyson Daniels. So. And I'll throw Stephon. Actually, you know what? He's not a shooting guard as well. He's a small forward. Yeah, because De'Aaron's playing the 1. Devin Vassell, I think Stephon Castle plays the 3, and Dylan Harper might come off the bench. So we'll see, but I'll give him that. I think I'll rank him in a small forward video. Next, Tyler Hero. He's an all-star. I think we all know this. He earned the all-star role. I'm giving him all-star. Good, solid player. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say from him. Can't play defense, but can score, and he probably needs Jimmy Butler. Back. So I'm gonna give him all-star. We'll see about that. Next, Zach LaVine. He's a starter at this point of his career. Actually, you know what? I'll put him at the top of starter because he's still valuable. Actually, you know what? I'll put him near star. I think he's on the same level as CJ McCollum, in my opinion. In fact, I will throw, just for the sign of respect, I'll throw Josh Hart in this tier as well. I know I might be overranking him, but he had really great playoffs. But Zach LaVine, same thing as CJ McCollum. Getting older, we'll see how he does in Sacramento. I hope for his sake he gets traded, but I don't think he will. Next, Walter Clayton Jr., infamously the second ranked player on my draft board. I know I was crazy high on him. He is a starter. He will be at this point in his career. We'll see how the Utah Jazz use him in their offense, and I hope they fucking use him in the Curry role because that's where I think he shines best. But we'll see about him. Next, Keon Johnson. He's get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna be so honest. And this is not disrespecting Keon Johnson as a basketball player, but I mean he's on a bad Nets team and he's supposed to start. I mean Ben Seraph could realistically start over him, but I don't think he will. I think Keon Johnson will get the minutes. I mean we'll see, but I've got to give it to Keon, man. I mean he's the starter for the Nets. I mean, you know what? I think he can be. I mean, realistically, if he was on the Celtics team that almost made the Eastern Conference Finals, would he have even played? I don't know. Would he have? let me go to 2024. I know I might be disrespecting the hell out of Keon Johnson, and I apologize if I am, and he just pops the fuck off this year. But is he? But like, is he? If we're being like so fucking dead ass, is he seriously starting on this lineup? No, like he would be like a bench piece, honestly. I think I've got it. Like, I don't know if him and Baylor Sharman are on the same level. Yeah, you know what? As much as I want to put him at bench, I got to put him get the fuck out of here. I mean, we'll see about his development. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope Sporting Logically just gives me a 15-page essay as to why he should be higher, but I just don't see any upside in him. I'm sorry. I may be underselling the fuck out of him, but yeah, man. Next, I forgot to mention this, but Klay Thompson or Max Christie is starting the shooting guard for the Mavericks. I'll throw Max Christie at bench. He's a good player, but I don't think he's just there yet, so yeah. Reed Shepherd, I'm also throwing at bench because he just spent most of the year in the G League. I think he's a good player, and I think he'll play a lot of minutes this season, but I just don't know who's starting between him and the men, and I kind of have to give him the bench rating because he didn't play much, so that's why. And Amen Thompson, All-NBA. I know that's fucking crazy for me to say, but he's such a defensive fucking freak, man. I mean, he has more impact on the game than every single guy on this list combined. Like, he is so talented, man. He's going to be like an All-NBA player one day, and I'm going to give him the All-NBA rating. I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, like, this kid is fucking good. Like, he is insanely good. Next, Benedict Mathurin. I'm going to put him a near star. I think he has a lot of potential in this league, and there was a lot of times in the NBA Finals where he showed he can be that guy that you can go to on a consistent basis. We'll see about his development this year. I hope he breaks out this year because I think he has a lot of talent with him. We'll see how it goes with Nembhard, McConnell, and Mathurin, but he has a lot in this league that he can offer, and I think given the finals, he has a place in near star. Next, Bradley Beal. I'm throwing him in starter. Has had a disappointing last 2 years in the Phoenix. So, excuse me. I don't know. Excuse me, but I think he's a starter at this point of his career. I'll throw him a bit higher, but yeah, I think he's a starter. We'll see how he goes in. Let's see if he proves me wrong and goes in near start this year because of how he does in what do you call it in LA. But we'll figure it out. Next, Cedric Howard. I have him as a starter. This is all based on his injury recovery and how he goes. But he can challenge KCP for the starting role. I think Cedric Howard probably should be the starting 2 next season for Memphis, who did a good job of replacing Desmond Bane with him. And I think he can be an all-star one day as well, but we'll see about him. But for now, he is in the starter tier. Next, Jordan Poole. Also, I'm throwing him in the starter tier. There's just a shit ton of starters. I don't know if I ranked him in my point guarding video, but he's the starter. So yeah. If this was like 2022, we would be talking him in this range. But I think at this point of his career, he's shown he's just a starter level player. Next, Jared McCain and VJ Edgecombe. I'm going to combine the two, and I don't know where to put Jared McCain, and I don't know where to put VJ Edgecombe. If I go to the 76ers, excuse me. VJ Edgecombe's going to... you know what? I'm going to put VJ Edgecombe here, and then... And Kelly Oubre, he's going to be fine, Kelly Oubre, but he was starting over him anyway. I got to put him over. I'm going to put him at starter. This is all, again, dependent on injury, recovery. I wish him nothing for the best. I think he's a really good player. I think he'll be a good player for a long time. He may start with Maxey, and they may get into the playoffs and have all sorts of defensive issues. So, but good player at the end of the day. We'll see where he goes. And then finally, Anthony Simons. He's going in starter. We don't know who's starting between him and Derek White, so I'm going to throw him in there. I think I ranked him in my shooting and my point guard rankings. I don't know. It was either him or White, but I'm throwing them both in here, and I think he's a good starter at what he is at this point of his career. And that's the end of this video. So hope you guys enjoyed. I was able to get this shorter this time, so I'm going to work on a thumbnail and probably get this out like at 10 a.m. tomorrow or something. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My small forward rankings should be out soon. And then by the start of August, we should be working on the team rankings. So, peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.